For our very first presenter from Tru Assist, please welcome Miss Nikole Cleare.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Yes. All right. First, I want to say 1Million Cups is amazing. I really enjoy being a part of this community. I'm from the Northeast. If I'm speaking too fast, just tell me and I'll slow down. My name is Nikole. I am new to Central Florida. I am not new to business. However, I've pivoted recently and moved up to Central Florida in February of this year. And while I am not new to business and I'm not new to my industry, I don't know anyone here. So I'm here presenting, pitching, because I'm having a hard time getting rooted and connecting with the right people. However, I can say that since I've joined this group, I have connected with several of you, and I'm grateful for that. Again, I am a trusted advocate in the senior community, specifically now in Lake County, Florida. I am a Medicare insurance broker. Medicare is health insurance for those over 65. So anyone who's turning 65, who's retired, who's eligible for health insurance through Medicare, I'm able to educate them, empower, and enroll them ultimately into an insurance product that benefits them. I position myself in a way that I do education first. So I'm not tied to any insurance company. I'm not tied to the blue, the yellow, the green, which are Humana, Florida Blue, Cigna. I'm not tied to any one company, but I am tied to my clients. So I use each opportunity to empower and educate rather than sell. I'm local, accessible, and experienced. I have 15 years experience in this industry, and my services are paid for directly by Medicare. So when I'm talking to someone, it's not a matter of, do you want to work with me because my product is good. It's a matter of, do you like me enough to work with me, because the product isn't going to cost them anything. The product is paid for by the federal government, essentially. I compare all plans and I enroll them. My challenge, so here's the pain point, here's my challenge. Because I'm new to the area, and I had a lot of expenses in my move, my finances are kind of limited in this moment. I've kind of exhausted all my resources and my finances are limited in this moment. I've been in Lake County less than 6 months, so I'm new to the area. So in the area that I came from, I went to high school there, I went to college there, I sat on boards with the commission. I was very, very rooted in my church community and just overall. Here, I know you guys. The other challenge that I have is Medicare is a seasonal business for the most part. We have a season, much like tax season. And the Medicare open enrollment season begins October 1st and it runs December 7th. So I have a short window to meet people, communicate with them, let them understand who I am and what I can do for them, and get them enrolled. And then that window ends December 7th, and for the most part, most individuals aren't able to move from plan to plan until next October 15th, or October 1st rather. October 1st we can start talking, October 15th we're able to enroll. The other challenge I have, most of what I do is built on strategic alliances. So I like to meet doctors' offices. I call them center of influences. So doctors' offices, whether it be the actual practitioner or their office manager, MSO, which is a managed service organization. MSOs teach doctors how to become more profitable. I meet with community leaders such as pastors or senior center coordinators, or just anyone who has access to people who need help. And so because I'm new, I don't have a whole lot of strategic alliances, but I'm building them now. I'm hoping today that they'll give me some more advice on how to grow. My strengths, I'm very good at grassroots marketing. So I know how to get in there and make something out of nothing. My ability to build strong strategic alliances has proven to work for me. And since being here, I moved up here in February, I have established a food pantry in Lake County. So I partnered up with Second Harvest. I have a nonprofit, and I have a food pantry that serves veterans and seniors right here in Leesburg, Florida. And so that's a way to kind of get my name and my face out there by serving the community. I'm very knowledgeable and well-versed in Medicare, and I think I'm a good educator. So again, I like to take the information that I have, break it down into bite-sized pieces make sure the person comprehends and understands what they're doing, and then hopefully they'll feel empowered enough to allow me to direct them to the right plan or enroll them in the right plan. I have strong relationships with major carriers, so all the big names I'm able to write with. And again, because I'm empowering by education rather than selling a product, it makes my ease into the client a little easier. So I'm not one of those agents who are like, here's a pen, sign here. It's more of, this is what I do, this is how you can empower yourself, you tell me where you want to go, here's the roadmap, do you want to ride with me? Value. So anyone can enroll in a Medicare plan. If you have a computer or a phone, you can call the insurance company or you can enroll online. I tend to make myself valuable by getting out in the community. This is an actual picture of me doing an event. That's when my hair was shorter, but that's me doing an event in the community. We do lunch and learns like this, or something similar like this is set up. We'll invite seniors out, give them a meal, and just answer questions. And so I truly am here to serve the community, and I do so by partnering with individuals or getting my name out there. I'm doing a radio show on the 22nd of September, and I'm going to do another radio show with someone who presented last week. There are a dozen of changes every year. You may have heard with our new administration, our political administration, there are going to be a lot of changes coming down with Medicare and Medicaid. The community needs to know. They need to know how to navigate this. They need to know what the options are. And a lot of seniors are getting confusing ads and mailers. And if they don't have the right person guiding them, costly mistakes will affect them. So my intention is to get myself out there as much as possible so that people know that I exist. If they don't know that I exist, I can't help them. If you can do me a favor, take your phones out, please. My name is Nikole Cleare. This QR code will take you to my information, my business card, my phone number, my email, and my website. That's how you can contact me. So my question today is, how can I position myself so that you feel confident sending me warm Medicare leads, or so that anyone feels confident sending me warm Medicare leads? That's it.
Thank you, Nikole.
Thank you so much. We need questions and comments from you all, so if you have one, just raise your hand. Lika or myself will come out to you all. I'd like to first start off, do you do Medicaid?
I can do Medicaid. So Medicaid is a state-run program, and I am a liaison for Medicaid. I do that through my nonprofit. I tend to only help individuals who are over 65 because I'm not paid when I do Medicaid help.
What about if they are not eligible for Social Security, so they've not done the 40 quarters, so they're not available for Medicaid?
You know something.
And they're over 65, you'll take care of them?
Yes.
Good.
Now, I want to be clear. I will do it, but I'm not getting paid at all for that. So that's my pro bono effort, but I will do it. So I try to be strategic in how I do it and when I do it and who I'm doing it for. Aligning myself with the organization that we can kind of have a synergy of energy and reciprocation, and I'll help them, yes.
Okay. All right.
All right, so our Clermont native's here. She's new to the area. Here's her ask. Let's give Nikole some feedback on her question up here.
Looking for referrals.
Right, so you're looking for a
So I'll tell you what I've done, and so here's what I'll do, if it's okay. I'll tell you what I've done, and you can tell me if you think that it's been a good move or if I should pivot. So number one, I have the food pantry. That was one of the first things that I've done. Thank you. And one of the I'll get to you 1 second, sir. One of the challenges that I'm having is I have food, I don't have anyone to give it to all the time. So that's one of the challenges that I have. And there's so many food pantries up here, but that's where I've started. I've gotten some advice from a very good, knowledgeable friend to start a Facebook group. And on the Facebook group, I'm going to talk to seniors in Lake County and just give them solutions to the problems that I'm hearing they have. So I'll have myself as on Facebook, my group is called Lake County Senior Alliance. But I don't have any members yet, but it's there, it exists. And so I'm going to begin processing names that when I'm meeting people and entering them in, getting them to scan my QR code and join my Facebook page, and then I'll start disseminating information. I'm sorry.
We got Jared.
Hi, good morning everyone. Jared Taylor, Sugarloaf Partners, Fundraising Consulting. The advice that I'd like to offer you, Nikole, is this is very similar to fundraising as is many things in business. And so it's all about relationships. You know, you ask, how do I increase the number of people be patient. You know, fundraising major gifts, which is $25,000 over a 5-year period. The people that I was reaching out to, you know, are your demographic, typically over 65. It takes an average of 18 months from when you meet that person until you seal the deal. You're a third of the way in. Be patient.
Thank you.
Oh.
Good night. Right here, right here.
I'm just about to volunteer Amy. I met with Amy. She runs a magazine and she has invited me to her beautiful community who's a pastor that has a lot of passion. And I was just about to volunteer you, connect with her, and she raised her hand.
Do you find that a lot of seniors that like the QR codes and stuff? Because I find that a lot of the seniors don't like the QR codes, but the food pantry, there's tons of people. I have a lot of people in Osceola County that can give you some advice. In particular, Roberto Fonseca, who's a pastor, and he can give you advice because he did what you did, started the food pantry and all that. That's how we started with his grassroots efforts and everything. But I have some other ideas that I'm going to follow up with you after. But you are on the right track, but it's patience.
Thank you. Perfect.
But yeah, keep doing what you're doing. You're not doing anything wrong.
Thank
Connections happening already. Let's go over here to Nate.
David, we see a lot of people come in and they owe a lot of money at the end of the year. I think that's a really good competitive resource for maybe you to attack, where they're underestimating their income for the entire year and they have to repay $4,000 or $5,000. There's a certain insurance agency that runs around here that's very well known, that we see that in about 85-90% of their customers. And if you can attack that messaging, I think you can find a lot of people need that help. They don't understand.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I find, especially in this area. Most agents just sell. I educate because when I walk away, I want you to understand why you have what you have. So, thank you for that.
Thank you, Nate. Let's go up here and. Yep, you're up.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Amy Hill from the Medicaid Support, helping individuals to find seven-figure companies. So, Nikole, one of the things I've heard so far is the importance of connection, relationships. And one of the key things that we have to focus on in this business is to be very strategic and create a clear target so that we can support you in identifying how we can help you. So can you repeat again, what are the key strategic partners that are good for you so that we get a clear target? So when we're out there networking, connecting with businesses, we can find those opportunities.
Absolutely. Thank you for asking that. So I love to meet practitioner owners and or office managers, doctors' offices. I love to work with individuals like Leah and Brad who work with seniors already because we're in the same industry, but we have different product to offer. And so there's a crossing of synergy there. Someone like yourself, I got your name, I know you're an accountant. Someone like yourself who's doing an awesome job getting out and communicating to the community right now, partnering with you and talking about taxes and insurance is a very good match. I've done that in the past in South Florida. Center of influences is what I call them, COIs. So anyone who has access to a senior community center, a pastor is a wonderful resource for me because pastors have a congregation of people who need help. Yeah, that's it. So senior centers, doctors, accountants, anyone really who has access to a large amount of seniors and wants to help the community. Anyone. It could be you, or you.
Jackie?
Hi, Nicole. Jackie Pearson, social marketing. So if you're new to the area and needing to meet people, there are a lot of women's clubs in Clermont, some online, some in person, and the members tend to be higher age, not necessarily all at Medicare age yet, but approaching there. I'd be happy to share some of those with you and make some good friends.
I'd love that. Thank you.
And that will help spread you as well.
I'd love that. So one of the challenges I know that this area is going to be great. I know that. That's why I moved here. My challenge is the time frame and the short amount of time to quickly get integrated. And that's why I'm at meetings like this, because I'm looking to quickly get integrated. Make sure you understand who I am, what I can offer, so that you feel comfortable saying, hey, I know someone. Let me introduce you to her. Yes, Nikole. Oh, sorry.
So, yeah, stand up when you have the mic for us. And if you have a question, put your hand up. Our organizers are going to come around and give you a mic. We want to hear from you, so let us know that you have feedback, please.
So my name is Lydia Rodriguez. I work with family
Okay.
You're going to need to go into the community. So,
Yeah.
for instance, the plantation at Eastburg is a huge community out
Yeah.
there, retirement community. Getting with the event coordinator, because
Yes.
they have like monthly events. They also have people that come and present on fraud, like what type of fraud is happening.
I'm doing that
In
too.
your case, like, what can you offer to the community, and just getting with that event coordinator to attend the different events that they have.
Thank you for that. One of my challenges is competition is steep, and I'm competing against the major carriers who have agents working for them. So a broker is someone who's independent and works for themselves and represents all the companies. An agent is someone who works directly for the Humana, the Simply, the Florida Blue, the Aetna, the whoever, Care Plus, whoever it is. They have the dollars behind them to do marketing. We're all going after the same clientele and the same, doing the bingos, doing the birthday parties at the community centers. I tend, and I appreciate what you're saying and I agree with you, it does work. But because my time is a little shortened, I'm going a different route and meeting the people who have access to the seniors. And I really do sell based upon education and knowledge. I'm not doing Chotskis and games and tricks to kind of get your attention. It's, hey, this is what's coming. This is what's going to happen. Here is the information. Will you allow me to help you? And so next year, I will do a lot of the games and that sort of thing. But now, because the time is short for me, I have to be more strategic in how I'm navigating the space, if that makes sense.
Brad?
Brad, Financial Advisor Debbie Jones. I'd like to say they can spot on. Probably 1 out of 2 or 1 out of 3 accountants are going to care about this. They're the ones that are proactive and they care about their clients and they want to help in any way that they can. And now's the time too, because it's January 1st,
Yes.
you can't talk to an accountant anymore.
Yes.
So I have some of those groups that maybe open up things to you.
Thank you.
Also financial advisors, they have people in the spot too that don't know about it, not just Edward Jones. There's a bunch of great people like Raymond James and Merrill Lynch and wherever else. So those are, we already have people, they know the folks that need your help.
Awesome.
And a lot of them recognize the value of it already. So.
Awesome. I want to circle back. Miss Rodriguez, I don't remember your first name, but I know your last name is Rodriguez. So with the QR code, my market is not necessarily just the seniors, although I mentioned that today, but my market is also all of us. We all have parents and grandparents, and oftentimes we are helping them to navigate. So I'm kind of doing twofold. When I do things with QR codes, it's typically to people like us who are younger and understand how to navigate that and get a little frustrated when things go too slowly. And so my target market is twofold. It's us who have parents, and I help them to understand how to help their parents, and then the actual older person who doesn't have the help or feels they're independent and want to help themselves.
So we've got time for probably about 2 more questions. Back here in the...
3.
Okay.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Johanna from American Financial Services, and she took the words out right out of my mouth. My parents, who are, low 80s, every single year they struggle with things like this, Medicare, plan, and so I was just going to say, we all know, I'm sorry, most of us have parents, grandparents that are still needing the services, so you can target anybody.
Yes.
It's just a matter of guiding your conversation to the right words, I guess. But
Yes.
that's what I was going to say.
Thank you for your comment.
Colin, and we'll wrap up here.
Sorry about that. Colin Van Exel, Accelerated Sales Solutions. So a couple things very similar to what they said. Running this is like small business, nonprofit. And what you're doing right now is you're trying to build awareness as part of the buyer journey, because some of the people you're talking to don't even realize they have a problem.
Yes.
Right? So I would leave you with 3 things that I talked about. One is, what problem do you solve? And that's it. You need to be really crisp on explaining that to people as they're figuring it out, because some of the people may not even think they have a problem.
Yes.
Right? And you have to explain that to them, right? Second thing, what is your unique value proposition? There are a lot of people that talk about that run around and do this, right? So what makes you different from them? I love the line you said, educate, not sell. That I think kind of solid right there. And then I would caution you about your ideal customer profile. Like, what is that? It's probably everyone. You would probably say everyone over 65. I would challenge you a little bit that you may want to narrow that a little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of people over 65 in the area. They talk about it's on the Leesburg area and not being tech savvy, but understanding what that profile is super important. And what that'll do is those will help you figure out where to build your awareness so that you can start to build those in.
I will share something with you. I am targeting, right now, veterans. I'm helping everyone who's over 65. And I didn't mention that here, but I put the image up there, so it may have it subconsciously registered. I am targeting veterans. Because in Leesburg, there's a lot of veterans. And you can use, most veterans don't know, you can use the VA benefit and the Medicare benefit simultaneously and really come out on top.
Excellent.
I challenge you to go before 65. Start talking about awareness before they know. That's where you get faster before it.
Thank you.
Last question right here.
Hey, my name is Zach, the Global Tech Network, and I just want to say, so my parents just got Medicare recently, and like, you know, if I met someone like you, I don't think they really knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
you know, if you target like someone like, sorry, my age, like late 20s, early 30s. Sorry. I mean, you know, whoever has a circle of influence with like people that age, they trust. So like, you came to me, and I'm like, hey, mom, dad, like, you know, I want to introduce you to someone. She's really good, and you should listen to her. And they probably listen to me, so.
Yes.
And you know, just you know, my demographic, I guess too. So.
Thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Yes, thank you.
Speaking of contact information, I'm going to put Nicole's contact information back up here so you guys can scan that QR code if you didn't already and connect with her about ideas, again, that come to you as you're continuing to think about Medicaid.
Nikole Cleare, everyone. What question do we leave her with, or do we leave it with both of them? Oh, here it is.
Here it is. I think this
What can we, as a community, do to help you? And it's rhetorical or it's not.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah. So I don't have a mic. I don't have a mic. What you can do to help me is if you see in me that you think I can fill, call me, tell me, introduce me, and I'm there. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here you go, Nikole. Thank you for presenting with us today, and you can write down all of your continued business ideas and suggestions.